Good morning, girl. Well, the silliness of my long delay finally came to my mind because I keep talking about whether or not I should burn it, tear it down, or move it. And if I really care that little, then why am I angsted up about moving this thing? So, technique, schmechnique, I'm just gonna grip it and rip it and see what happens. Well, that's pretty awesome. Oh man, I don't know how much there is to grab hold of. But whatever it is, we're gonna give it a shot. Well, this stuff was just plastic siding and it wasn't connected that much. Man, this thing is just eaten up. Oh, there's the other side. Yeah. That's metal right there. Hopefully it's strong because I now know where I'm going to hook my chains. The more I look underneath, the sketchier this seems. All right, we got the initial movement done. I'm encouraged just to have seen some movement. You can see this thing is plowing the road quite well, and that's because of the heavy steel reinforced step here at the back or the front. I'm not sure which side that technical counts as. So yeah, it's gonna chew up the yard a bit as I drag. There's probably some stuff stuck underneath there. In fact, I'm sure there is. Nice clump of sod coming along for the ride there. I had to put it down, and I just put a couple of cinder blocks to keep it off the ground here. I had to put it down because it was heavy enough that even as I was turning the wheels on the tractor, turning the tires, the tractor itself was not turning. I could not move it. So yeah, there's stuff wedged underneath there, beams breaking down, falling down. A couple things I should have done better there with that initial stage. One, look at my face. One, I got everything hooked up, ready to go, and I did not have the tractor in four-wheel drive. So I got a little spinach on the back tires. That was stupid. Fortunately, I could pull forward enough to get that forward momentum to put it into four-wheel drive. God, you think I'm carrying it for all the sweat coming off my face. So what I'm going to try and do now is set up at an angle, get back under it, and pull. Here's my concerns. When I did that with the big shed, that's when I broke stuff badly underneath and had to rethink my whole plan. There's not really a great way to do this. Just gonna pull it and see what happens. I'm gonna tear the heck out of the ground, but subtropical environment, these things tend to grow back pretty fast. All right, so I added another 4x4 right there. And when I lift, it should pack up against the other one. Hopefully that'll do it. I got the chains on the outside, so when I pull to the side, when I pull that way, it should pull the whole container. This ain't much of a pivot point back here. There's so much dragging on the ground, it may not go. And then here, I noticed that the little piece of I-bar here that I connected to broke loose, and it's up against the next piece of I-bar. It'll move. I just don't know if it's gonna go where I want, and I don't know. Just keep going. Well, this is as far as I pulled it back. You can see, or maybe you can't, underneath the tractor, it dug out a trench. So I parked the box, parked the storage unit, drove around, lifted this end, and just started pulling debris out from the underside. But it also gave me a really clear look at like just what a hot mess everything is under here. The other side gives a good view too. I mean, obviously the end here is beautiful. This was all loose steel that I pulled out from under there when I lifted the back end. I'm no expert, but that's probably important. And now under this side, and we scooped all this, I scooped all this dirt out underneath there. There's still some packed up inside. There's still some steel hanging down. It's still connected by rust and whatever. But this is not worth saving. The sheer amount of turning, pushing, pulling, time, everything else that it's going to cost me to try and wedge it into that corner. And once I get going there, the floor is going to be shot. I'm going to be falling through onto the ground. I just don't think I should take it any further. Right now, where it is, it's out of the way of where I'm going to put the pole barn. So if I have trucks start coming in, delivering fill, they'll be able to get up in there and put the stuff up. Yeah, I'm not going to keep going. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower it there. I'm going to pull, whoops, spinning around, spinning. I'm going to pull blue over in front of it. Empty blue. Put all the best of the stuff back in there as a temporary location, because I'm going to need to use the livestock trailer to go and get the lumber I'll need to build the other little outbuilding here. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I just leave it here, and then when I get the pole barn built, I just move all that stuff underneath it. And so it's out of the rain and the sun. It's probably the smarter answer. Yeah, and then I'll just move stuff from the shed over there, and then I don't know how I get rid of it. I guess I cut it up into scrap and then take it to the landfill. If anybody knows what you're supposed to do with one of these, let me know in the comments, because I don't have a clue. That was a really good effort. All right, so I'll finish this up. All right, that's where it's gonna sit. Just glad to have it moved. All right, let's take a peek inside. Oh yeah, you got mad skills when you just drop it onto some blocks and it's just level. Man, that is some destruction. All right, in the shade. Man, I'm gonna need another shower. All right, I think that's good. I'm gonna call it. All right, I'll see you guys later.